Rolling. Remark.
And action.
Good sirs, gracious good afternoon to thee and thee. May I present Madame Lupon's terpsichorean troupe of traveling thespians?
Normally the way you shoot an animated movie is, well, it's only for sound, so you're in a very sterile booth with no one to play opposite except the director. So it's a very isolating experience.
Suspend your disbelief and experience entertainment's tragical, comical, historical, and bilingual.
And what we're doing on this project that's different is we've got all the actors together, ensemble, interacting with one another, kind of trying to get that magic that happens when the actors are together. So we're getting a lot of improv and interesting accidents and things that you don't get in a recording studio with a single actor.
Bang, you hear gunshot, bang, woo, and just give me 3 seconds of
Animation's not a genre, it's a technique for telling a story. So why abandon the things that, you know, you've kind of relied on in your career? When you're making a film, you've got everybody on set, and everybody gets on their game because there's another actor, and they're reacting to each other.
Blend in. What are you saying?
Too late.
No, it's not too late. It's not too late. I'm blending. Watch me blend. I'm a blender. Oh.
Hey, psst. What are you doing?
I'm blending.
Go blend somewhere else.
He's saying calm down, you guys are crossing.
Yep.
Next time we see you, you're in the crowd.
Yeah.
And that way you're set up.
Just the interaction that you get from other performers, it's just so much more creative and so much more rewarding, really, as a performer.
There's conjunctivitis. It's her runs in the family.
We wear the hats and the braids and you know, some people wear the costumes and everything just because I think that it does help you get sort of into your character more.
I will blow that ugly right off your face.
I'm getting tutued.
I think they help facilitate the character that you're doing. I mean, I know it does me. I don't generally walk around like this, but it adds something to it for me. I wear a different poncho, a different color.
His own.
Hold on now, Jake. There's no need. And then he turns on you. He puts you in your place.
It's not like it would be actually if we were filming a scene, per se, but I think it's probably very helpful. As a matter of fact, I had the pleasure of meeting one of our animators on the set one day, and he was very sure about the need for that.
Hold on there, Jake. Let me do my job. You brought me in there. We're gonna play this thing out to the end.
Normally what we'd do is we'd film ourselves doing various scenes and use that as reference. But if we can reference Johnny Depp's behavior and the quirks that he has, I mean, it's just going to help the animation so much more. It's just going to inform the character a lot better.
Help! Open the door!
Instead of motion capture, it's kind of emotion capture.
Oh, evening, Gordy. Now, you get back on in there and you assert yourself, and I think you'll find the people of this here town to be surprisingly hospitable.
Thank you, Sheriff. What? Not you again.
I stand corrected.
What I said to Gore is the best description of it is kind of like being on the Carol Burnett show or Hee Haw or something.
Which one of you fellas needs a checkup?
Gore and Johnny have no reservations about playing, and it sort of frees everyone up or gives us permission to really physicalize and vocalize the lives of these characters.
You know, give me a little laugh.
What? There are times when you sort of come out of character and think, wow, I'm acting opposite Johnny Depp. But Johnny's such a professional, and he puts you so at ease, and he's so gregarious and ingratiating that he's just made the whole process feel just really easy.
Only takes one bullet.
You ain't got the nerve.
It's lovely to work with Johnny. Johnny's a gentleman. He's a charming guy. He's a funny guy. He's incredibly smart and clever as an actor.
Good thing I brought some backup.
He's also, you know, as a leading man, he's very welcoming and generous. And now he owes me dinner.
This part was designed for Johnny. There's no movie without Johnny. I mean, from its outset, from working with Johnny on Pirates and talking about how's the lizard going, oh, it's good, I'm describing scenes to him, and having done 3 movies with Johnny, it was really interesting to try to think about what he would do with the character.
Choleric varmints, ain't they? Dysfunctional family. Need intervention.
Everyone's here. Johnny Depp and Isla Fisher and Ned Beatty and Harry Dean Stanton, who I got to meet yesterday, which was a thrill. What the hell's going on over there?
They're having
What kind of movie is this?
kind of in a funny way. We wish it was going to take us longer. Our part of it might be done before I wish it was, because I really enjoyed the people I met on this film.
'Tis I.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Such an amazing cast. For people who will never be seen.
Crunchy, creamy, cookie, candy, cupcake.
You know that Johnny Depp is going to bring a lot to the table. And he did. When we start hearing his voice reads and the way that he interprets the character, it totally informs us, and then we can take some of his little nuances and things that he does that make his performances so unique.
The stage is set.
He definitely had a very steamy intensity in these scenes as he's setting up his play. As you can see, we'll get various performances from Johnny on this so that we can extract bits and pieces and the parts that Gore thinks work best.
To take her own life.
We went through a whole process where we went through Rango and kind of the various expressions, making sure we can capture, the full range of what Johnny's bringing to the character and his performance. It just shows you that we're going to be able to translate every aspect of that performance, and that Johnny will be driving the character. It's not a disembodied voice. He is Rango.
I'm from everywhere there's trouble brewing and hell waiting to be raised. Papa's going to work to be a lizard. Name's Rango. Daddy has to be a lizard today. What more do you say?
And whatever you do, don't look me in the eye. Stay out of my peripheral vision.
What they had in that animatic was so good, I honestly went to Gore and thought, I don't think you need me, really.
Which is a wedge-shaped area of optical visuality in a 90-degree arc.
I'd like what Jim did. If it were up to me, I'd leave Jim's voice in there and lose the actor guy.
You don't think about what are kids gonna like. Hopefully, you just think about what the kid in you likes, or what the grown-up in you likes. With me, it's about the same thing.
You could be 3 and you can be 93 and virtually get the same kind of charge out of it.
I found a human spinal column in my fecal matter once.
You might want to get that looked at. Doc, I'm preoccupied. At the moment, I'm preoccupied.
I feel like we've crossed a line in this conversation.
The humor in the movie is very funny and irreverent, but underneath that there is a deeper, darker story and theme.
Especially nowadays, I think identity is such a strange thing. We're so rarely ourselves that I think this is really an exploration of self, and ultimately that I don't know if you ever really find yourself,
Very good. Who are you if you just spend your life pretending to be other things? And at the core of that is really, who doesn't want to be loved? Who doesn't want to blend in? Who doesn't want to feel like they belong?
All right, back to work.